It is a run, we both will turn a balance on the hearts to fight. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why. Perhaps I'll die.
Hey guys, Youngblood Fantasy 91 here with something a little bit different than what I normally do. Instead of doing a commentary or a rant or whatever I usually do to pass the time, I'm actually going to do something that I haven't done before. A dramatic reading. Now, what precipitated this dramatic reading, you may ask? Well, I was in a chat with a good friend of mine. He calls himself Rainbow Dash, so yes, he is a brony. Yes, I talk to brony sometimes. I'm not someone who hates on all bronies, so don't get the impression that I hate all the bronies. I just don't like My Little Pony. I don't like the show. You know, the show is not meant for me. That's what I figure. And, you know, if you guys want me to go into more detail about it, I may develop a discussion video concerning my thoughts on My Little Pony. But if you don't, that's fine too. But that's not the point. The point is, I talked to this guy in his Voxley. You know, because he invites me to them, and we just chat about many things. He's an okay guy. I like him. I like talking to him. But then this guy came in. Now, the Rainbow Dash, or the guy behind Rainbow Dash, made this new account. Just impersonating Rainbow Dash, I guess. I don't know like what his motivation was for doing that. I guess Rainbow Dash is his favorite character or something, but he made a new account, and he made quote-unquote acquaintances with new people who also did the same thing. Like, it reminds me of back in the day when I was a Sonic fag, and I noticed everyone impersonating Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and being the official YouTube page for Tails and Sonic and Knuckles. The same thing. Like, some people impersonate Scootaloo or Fluttershy or Twilight Sparkle or whatever. So he made friends with them, and let me tell you, they are rather freakish bronies. So all the brony friends I have right now, you should feel ashamed after I show you this video about you being a brony, because honestly, these guys make you look bad. And you know, it's really those people that gives the people the biased opinion about My Little Pony. So actually, I'm going to do it right now. There's this guy that calls himself Master Cheif, and based on what I'm looking at right now, he already spelled it wrong, so that gives you a good indication of how high his intelligence is here. So let's look at the first block of text that he left in the Voxley chat itself, and I took the time to print screen it and show you guys right here. It's very short, but it clearly sums up why I hate parts of the My Little Pony fanbase. Okay, let's take a look. Master Cheif, I tried to talk to you for 10 minutes, and you just sat there doing nothing, but I know you were there. So the situation is Rainbow Dash was BRBing, and he needed to do something, and so this guy, being the immature brat that he is all, why aren't you talking to me? Everything should be about me. Get on the mic, guys. Get on the mic. Why aren't you talking to me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, this guy's an attention seeker, and honestly, these people who are very self-centered and self-aggrandize themselves, I personally don't cotton to that, because people like them are what make me hate people in general. The fact that they want to have attention all to themselves, especially people like him, demonstrates his very apparent immaturity, and I don't appreciate that when I'm talking to people that, you know, are good friends with me. And he just says, oh, why aren't you talking to me? This is the worst chat ever. He actually made previous comments before saying that we were both assholes because we were in a discussion about, you know, stuff that we like. And no, if we ignore him for 1 minute, then we're assholes. It makes perfect fucking sense, but that's not the point. Then I chime in with a comment, and then the Rainbow Dash says, and that gives you the right to call me names or him names, and then he says, well, if you weren't there, then your icon wouldn't be moving. Probably just a perspectivism argument. Honestly, I don't know what has happened in terms of the moving, but I mean, he's pretty much making a big deal out of nothing. Next block of text says, I call every pony who doesn't seem friendly an asshole. So, wait, what do you define as friendly? Do you define anyone joking around as unfriendly? Because I spoke to some of your compatriot brony friends, okay, and they don't get joking. I joked around with them about My Little Pony. I joked around with them about Bob Dylan, and they don't fucking get it. They took offense to my argument, okay? They took offense to me, and that means that they're oversensitive jerks who are just, in general, just, you know, I can't talk to them unless I get pissed off at them because they don't take jokes and then they get serious, and then they get angry, and then they just tell their friends how much I suck. Which really, that shows how freaking immature they are. I don't go around, if anyone's like gonna tell me to just joke around with me, I'm not gonna go and tell my friends that you guys are assholes because you're joking with me. No, I'm actually gonna take the joke like a man, and I'm actually gonna understand what you're saying, and I'm gonna laugh at it because I have something called a sense of humor. Perhaps you guys should develop it sometime. Jesus Christ. So then aside from making this sweeping generalization, which is a logical fallacy in and of itself, and trust me, he makes several more, Rainbow Dash says, I am friendly and don't know me very well, which it's a grammar error based on his part, but he says that because he doesn't know him that very well, he can't judge him. And that's true, because Master Cheif, that's the first time I think he ever started talking to him. Like just today, he came into Rainbow Dash's Voxley for the first time. So he already made a judgment call on him also on a first impression, or based on his own warped and lensed reality that he operates from because he's a brony. Okay, that's dumb. That's just stupid. Okay, just because they make sarcastic remarks doesn't make him an asshole. Sure, he's sarcastic. We get that, but that doesn't make him like stupid or anything. It doesn't make him devoid of any intelligence. What you're saying here is that it's very bad that you make any sort of sarcastic remark ever because it's rude and mean and obnoxious. Well, you're the one being fucking obnoxious here by just taking it too seriously and just like making a big deal about this. This fight should not have even happened, and you precipitated it, so it's all your fault. The onus is on you. And then he says, and you're not exactly being friend of the year every time I talk to you. That stems back to the whole making judgment calls on just one thing he does. So evidently this guy is oversensitive. Then Rainbow Dash chimes in saying, you barely even know me, which is true. Then he says, I don't have to. If you are friendly, you aren't a brony. Okay. Tiger Strike, Dormammu, Pikachu OZ, Slap Happy Gamer. Do you agree with this? Do you honestly agree with what this guy's saying here? If you're not friendly, you aren't a brony? I mean, I understand the whole love and toleration crap, but based on what he says here, based on his vague definition of friendly, do you agree with this? Do you agree that you cannot be a brony and not make sarcastic remarks at the same time? Do you agree with this? Because if you don't, then that means you're a normal human being, and this guy is making you guys look bad. So I apologize that this guy's making you look bad. I honestly do. And also to Junior Fan, do you agree with this guy too? Because I don't agree with this. Because he defines friendly in such vague parameters, in the most vaguest form, that I can't tell if friendly for him means not making sarcastic remarks. Because that doesn't equate to being rude. That doesn't equate to having a evil soul or an evil heart. It just means that you're joking around a lot. And I don't understand why people don't understand that sarcasm is funny in certain aspects. I had to learn on my own what sarcasm is. I took offense to it back when I was like 10 or 11 or 12. But that's only because I didn't understand how it worked. And now that I'm older, now that I'm wiser, now that I know better, I understand how it works. But since you don't understand how it works, Master Cheif, then you are oversensitive and you are the one that doesn't understand how it works. Therefore, the problem is based in your mind only. You define friendly in the most vaguest terms, and I suggest you reevaluate who you are before you go making snap judgments on other people. Enough said. And then finally, we have a last block of text here. Rainbow Dash pointed out that he doesn't want to be part of the stupid herd, which means that what Master Cheif, Scootaloo, and his other friends associate with, because again they all of them take things way too seriously here. I honestly have tried talking to them, and they don't know how to take a joke. They really don't know how to take a joke. So to me, it means that they're serious business and they don't know how the internet works. The end. So he calls them the herd. And then he says, stupid herd, you don't deserve to call yourself Rainbow Dash. Oh my fucking god. Are you trying to tell me that based on your parameters, he can't call himself whatever he wants? First of all, he has this thing called sovereignty and freedom to choose. Because personally, I'm a libertarian but in the terms of like philosophy, because I believe we can make our own choices and we have the ability to make our own choices, and we also are agents of causal events. So therefore, we can make choices on our own. So if Rainbow Dash wants to call himself Rainbow Dash, so be it. If you want to call yourself Master Cheif, so be it. If your friends want to call themselves other My Little Pony characters, so be it. But that doesn't excuse the fact that you're still going to be a pedantic asshole about it. That doesn't really equate to you labeling who people can be and who they can't be. Once you label someone, you negate them. Therefore, you don't know who they are as people. I've spoken to Rainbow Dash twice as, or at least even quadruple the amount of time you started talking to him, and you already tell him that he doesn't deserve to be any pony. He doesn't deserve to be a part of the fan base. He doesn't deserve to be anything. Again, going back to who I know as bronies and as friends of mine, do you agree with this? Do you agree with this assumption that if you are not friendly in what he says is friendly, in his definition of friendly, you can't be a brony? So I can't be a brony because I'm critical about it. Is that what this guy's thinking? Anyone can't be a brony? Only certain select people? I honestly find something wrong with that statement. I really do. And then Rainbow Dash is like talking to me how he's getting a headache about it. And then he says, "Wouldn't Princess Celestia be proud of you?" As if he wasn't delusional enough. Oh my fucking god. He reminds me of the Trollbusters. Because he's living in his own little fantasy world in which everything's perfect, idealistic, hunky-dory, rainbows and butterflies crap. Truth is, it's not going to be that way. He's literally delusional because he's expecting him to change. He's expecting him to be this paragon of bronyism, but apparently because he doesn't fall into his very strict and even I guess hair-splitting category, his like very picky categories of what bronies can be, he's not one automatically. And that's the end of it. After that, Rainbow Dash banished him from Voxley. So what he also did was did something what is known as a no true Scotsman logical fallacy. Here's how it works. So, if you have A, and if A does a certain action, and assume that, no true person can do that, well, you're eliminating a select group of people based on rhetoric and not on objective reason. So let's say a Scotsman is reading the daily newspaper, and he finds that someone from Europe committed rape. So then he said, no Scotsman would ever do such a thing. No Scotsman would ever commit rape. So then he reads the next paper. The next paper says someone from Aberdeen, which is in Scotland, committed multiple murders. So then he looks up and he says, no true Scotsman would be able to do that. So he not only committed a logical fallacy in saying that, he also selected a group of people that he felt represented the true Scotsman and just X'd out everyone else who was Scottish in origin. Okay, or Scottish in ethnicity, or nationality, all because of rhetoric and because of the fact that he had a warped ideology and used rhetoric rather than objective reasoning. What this guy did here, Master Cheif, did not employ full reasoning capabilities and thus makes him look like a complete ass in the process. And honestly, if more people like this are going to join the My Little Pony fan base, then I sincerely fear it, because it's going to outweigh the sane people like Rainbow Dash and like my friends that are in My Little Pony that actually don't take it seriously. Okay, it's going to outweigh those people, and it's going to turn to the Sonic fan base, and that's why I never wanted to join it. Not because I didn't like the show, not because I didn't think the show was like any good, but because of the fact that the people involved in it are going to take it way too seriously and just fuck it up for everyone. And I joined the Sonic fan base years ago, okay, and I was 15, and I didn't know any better. And after literally 2 years of being in the fan base as a strict fan, I found that the people there were so immature that cared too much about too many things, and honestly, that sort of attitude just dissuaded me from being a part of it any further, and so I seceded from the fan base forever. And I still don't even care about Sonic. If people ever asked me, do you like Sonic now? I would say no, I don't, because of the people in it who were being too serious about everything. And this is what's going on here with My Little Pony. If more people like him are going to join the fan base and A, impersonate the ponies, and B, act like complete imbeciles in the process, not using their full reasoning that they have in their brains, because I'm sure they're all gifted with a brain that they can use for reasoning. If they're not going to use it and just make sweeping generalizations about their about every person that they find as rude or sarcastic or whatever, then clearly they don't deserve a place in the fan base. They are just going to be there to bring the fan base down. And again, I apologize that these people are making My Little Pony bronies look bad. I'm sure there are plenty that are sane, but I have a feeling they're going to be outweighed by these people pretty fucking soon. And that's going to end my dramatic reading or rant, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much 2 in 1. Thank you for listening in, guys. This is really just my take on the bronies, and if you guys want me to elaborate further, I will be able to make a video about it, discussing why I don't like it. Okay, so if you guys want me to do that, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. So that's all I really have to say. This is Youngblood Fantasy 91, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all on the brighter later.